What's going on, guys? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we are going to be taking this alcoholic beverage, opening it up, and we're going to be doing what's called a butt chug. So I'm going to put this here, and then... I'm just kidding, of course. That intro is just mocking the shitty intros that, these lifestyle YouTubers have. And I want to talk about Steve Will Do It today. Steve Will Do It is a big YouTuber with 2.75 million subscribers who basically blew up for getting shit-faced. And that's kind of all he's really known for. That's really all he does. He just fucks with people and gets drunk. And, I mean, he just is a douchebag.
My fucking assistant, she just handed me a Newport. What should I do? You should hit her. Glad we're always on the same page, bud.
And we've seen it 100 times before. We've seen creators blow up huge for being gigantic degenerates. I mean, look at Boont Gang.
Hey, Boont Gang, you know what I'm saying? Hey. Boont Gang. Hey.
Look at Only Use Me Blade.
Big okay.
Look at Shoenice. Steve Will Do It is on the fast track to being dead. And I'm not just talking about his career, I'm talking about him actually dying. He's on the fast track to being in a hospital somewhere for the rest of his life. He's on the fast track to the ground. And that's just the way it is. And sadly, I think he could be a genuine and a good dude, but I think he's chosen fame and booze over everything. And it's very apparent in his videos. I mean, he's done a handful of good things for people, and I think those come from his heart. But I don't think Steve understands the repercussions. I mean, at 22 years old, you should not be consuming that much booze. And he's a spitting image of Shoenice. And I was just watching Sunny V2's video on Shoenice, and Steve is a spitting image. Shoenice would do anything for clout. He would eat deodorant sticks for views. He would eat toilet paper rolls for views. He would eat glue for views. Steve will do it as well for views. And then Shoenice progressed into slamming full bottles of booze for views. And now look at him. Shoenice is a nobody. Shoenice is a piece of garbage, dogshit human being that nobody wants to associate with. And I think Steve is on the fast track to being on one of Sunny V2's downfall videos. And it's really sad. Steve should grow up a little bit and take responsibility, get the help that he needs, because at this point it's a problem. I mean, it's every video, it's every week. He's just pounding back the booze for views. He's fucking with people for views. And while I think fucking with people in public to a certain extent is really not that bad, like some of the pickup dating pranks and like the stuff like that from the old days, or Roman Atwood, I really don't think those pranks are really that big of a deal. But when you're just purposely destroying people's property for no reason, or you're making a gigantic mess in the grocery store for a minimum wage worker to have to clean up, I think that's kind of bullshit. You're a multimillionaire, or at least you make hundreds of thousands of dollars a month, and you're fucking with people who can barely pay their bills most of the time. You know, you're living in a big house with other rich people, and you go fuck with the people who are making nothing. And it's really fucked up, right? And then if you're not fucking with people, you're slamming booze, and it's really sad. I mean, at this point, it's just going to be a matter of days or a matter of years before Steve Will Do It is the headline news for doing something fucked up and hurting somebody, or being buried because of his massive alcohol consumption. And I used to think he was funny. Like, don't get me wrong. I used to support this. I used to support Nelk Boys. I used to think they were so funny. But then I grew up, right? His audience is very young and influential people. Like, I wanted to be them. I wanted to be Nelk Boys. I wanted to be these big prank YouTubers that just fuck with people for cash. That's what I wanted to do. That's who I wanted to be. And that's because I was a giant immature piece of garbage. And I don't know if that has anything to do with my upbringing, and maybe they had some shit go on in their lives, in their upbringing, but it's really not an excuse to be a giant piece of garbage. You know, it's time to grow up, guys, for real. You know, this young audience thinks that this is okay behavior to ingest a shit ton of weed gummies, to ingest a shit ton of booze, to do drugs and alcohol every day, like it's some sort of lifestyle, like that's normal. Young people are influenced by this. Young people will go into life and being an adult and think that's an acceptable way to behave, right? And it's not. It's simply unacceptable. And YouTube even recently demonetized Nelk Boys, and I believe Steve Will Do It was also demonetized or removed from the partner program. I'm not 100% sure about that, but they were in big trouble for throwing parties despite coronavirus. They're not wearing masks. They're throwing huge gatherings, no social distance. People are going to get sick, right? And they deserve to be deplatformed for making people sick, for being a risk to society. At this point, they should be charged with terrorism. Just like people who cough on people on purpose can get charged with terrorism. I mean, they should be falling in that category too, considering they don't give a fuck. They need some real repercussions and a life-changing attitude. They need to change, or they're going to die. They need to change, or they're going to ruin somebody's life. They need to change, or they're going to go to jail. And it's just that simple. And yeah, it's really sad. But that's it for this video. And I'll see you in the next one.